All right. Thank you so much, Deepanshu, for doing this. This is going to be awesome. Uh, I have been fascinated with Cosmos ecosystem recently. मतलब Cosmos के बारे में तो पहले भी मुझे पता था, but I think IBC वो टाइम पे लॉन्च नहीं हुआ था and बहुत कुछ सारी चीज़ें पेंडिंग थी. I guess last 1 year में बहुत कुछ हुआ है Cosmos ecosystem में. And I want to talk about Assetmantle, and then I also want to jump onto overall Cosmos ecosystem. But I was reading about you, and you've also been part of Persistence, which I have read about, and you've also been part of Comdex. So I think the right place to start would be सबके लिए एक context मिल जाएगा that about you. So maybe we can start with your journey, like journey or background, like what was your life before crypto? What got you into crypto and your journey so far?
जी जी तो मेरा बैकग्राउंड तो कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग में है और वहाँ से मैं फिनटेक कंपनी में काम करने गया था, जहाँ पे बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली थी कि एक B2B लाइक POS पॉइंट ऑफ सेल फिनटेक ऐप बनाने का फ्रॉम स्क्रैच। एंड उसकी वजह से मुझे बहुत एक्सपीरियंस मिला कि फिनटेक में सारी चीज़ें चलती कैसे हैं, जितने भी पेमेंट मैकेनिज्म हैं वो कैसे इंटीग्रेट होते हैं। और उस वो देखने के बाद मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मतलब बहुत सारे इनएफिशिएंसीज है जिसकी वजह से ये सिस्टम फ्यूचर में शायद उतना स्केल ना हो पाए, क्योंकि अभी माइक्रो ट्रांजैक्शन बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहे हैं और लाइक ट्रांजैक्शन स्ट्रीमिंग के कॉन्सेप्ट्स आ रहे हैं, तो उसमें कैसे ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर स्केल करेगा एट अ ग्लोबल लेवल। सो रिकंसिलिएशन कॉस्ट बहुत हाई है करंट सिस्टम में। एंड उस समय मैंने देखा ब्लॉकचेन और मुझे ऐसा लगा कि हाँ, ये ऐसा रिकंसिलिएशन फ्री बॉर्डरलेस सिस्टम बन सकता है जिसमें ऑल्दो मे बी पर ट्रांजैक्शन थोड़ा सा डिले हो, लेकिन ओवरऑल सेटलमेंट इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ कहाँ पे हो आप अमोर्टाइज्ड विल बी मच फास्टर। तो उसमें उसमें काफ़ी इंटरेस्ट आ गया मुझे और मैं फिर टेक्नोलॉजी ढूंढने लगा कि मुझे किस में बिल्ड करना चाहिए। तब मुझे कॉस्मोस के बारे में पता चला और कॉस्मोस के बारे में जान के उस समय वो अल्फा स्टेज में था।
So ये कौन सा साल था basically?
ये 2017 की बात है। दो हाँ, तो 2017 में मैं कॉस्मोस की तरफ देखा और उस समय जो है अल्फा स्टेज में भी नहीं था, प्रोडक्शन रेडी नहीं था। जो चेन जो है वो लाइव भी नहीं थी, टोकन एटम लाइव भी नहीं था, लेकिन वाइट पेपर पढ़ के उसका विजन देख के काफी लाइक अलाइनमेंट लगा उस विजन के साथ और कॉस्मोस के साथ मैंने डेवलपमेंट शुरू कर दिया। और उस समय मतलब वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स, Comdex was one of the first 5 projects on Cosmos at that particular point of time. और हाँ, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट जो हमने पिक किया वो रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम था, क्योंकि उस समय बहुत ज़्यादा रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशंस थे नहीं ब्लॉकचेन के। और मेरा विजन था कि कुछ रियल वर्ल्ड बनाना है और रिकंसिलिएशन कॉस्ट, KYC कॉस्ट रिड्यूस करना है। तो वी स्टार्टेड बिल्डिंग अ प्रोडक्ट कॉमडेक्स शिव 5, जो कि एक लाइक ट्रेड 5 प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पे हाई सीज कमोडिटी को एज लाइक NFTs टोकनाइज करके एक्सचेंज कर सकते थे। जो टर्म NFT है वो 21 सितंबर 2017 में कॉइन पहली बार यूज हुआ था एंड उस समय से हम लोग NFT बना रहे हैं। और अब जो मेरी टीम है वो 2019 में कॉस्मोस ने रिकॉग्नाइज की थी एज द फर्स्ट टीम इन द वर्ल्ड टू डू क्रॉस चेन NFT ट्रांसफर इन द वर्ल्ड। तो हाँ, हम लोग NFT काफी दिनों से बना रहे हैं। कॉमडेक्स बनाते समय हमें ये लगा कि मतलब वो एक एंटरप्राइज सोल्यूशन था फॉर अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक यूज केस, बट जो हमने बनाया था पूरा स्टैक वो और दूसरे यूज केसेस के लिए भी यूटिलाइज हो सकता था। तो उसके लिए हमने जो कॉमडेक्स का चेन था, कॉमडेक्स शिप5 का चेन था, उसको प्राइवेट कर दिया, उसको कंसोर्टियम रन कर दिया एंड जितना भी कोड था ब्लॉकचेन कोड वो हमने ओपन सोर्स कर दिया अंडर परसिस्टेंस। और वहाँ से 2020 में परसिस्टेंस को फाउंड किया मैंने। और उस समय NFT का उतना क्रेज नहीं था, उतना मार्केट नहीं था, उतना शुरू नहीं हुआ था NFT का। लाइक जनरल पॉपुलेशन में क्या NFT का मतलब है, क्या एप्लीकेशन है। तो जब मार्केट में वैलिडेट करने गए आइडिया तो उतना अच्छा वैलिडेशन नहीं मिला, VC से अच्छा वैलिडेशन नहीं मिला। तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम लोग बहुत like Comdex, through Comdex to persistence, who fully bootstrapped it. We did not raise money, so we required money, and like at that particular point of time, but हमारा जो roots था was Cosmos में था. We are very early builders in Cosmos, so we did not want to leave the roots but build something that is was relevant in that day's market. So we picked liquid staking as a real world problem statement, real world issue that existed, जिसको हम सॉल्व करने के लिए इथेरियम साइट पे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स बनाए, while at the same time एक ब्रिज बनाया जो लिक्विड स्टेकिंग एनेबल कर पाए फॉर Cosmos based chains. The product did very well. The TVL is increasing have been like on a exponentially growth scale, and उस समय लिक्विड स्टेकिंग बहुत ही नया कॉन्सेप्ट था. अब बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट आ चुके हैं लिक्विड स्टेकिंग में. There is a kind of a war going on. But through this, I also kept on working on the like NFT modules. 2020 के अंत में हमें ग्रांट मिला ICSA इंटरचेन फाउंडेशन से कि जो हमारा NFT प्रोटोकॉल है उसको स्टैंडर्डाइज करे अंडर इंटर NFT का स्टैंडर्ड. तो उस पे हमने 7 महीने काम किया. 2021 मार्च में हमने काम खत्म किया, और 21 से लेके मार्च से लेके दिसंबर तक 21 को हमने पूरा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किया उस स्टैंडर्ड का. और दिसंबर 2021 में हमारा जो पहला MVP था, जो पहला टेस्टनेट था, वो लॉन्च हो गया. एंड 2022 जनवरी में हमने Assetmantle as a product we came to market, came out of stealth. तो ये रही है मेरी जर्नी अभी तक.
बहुत interesting. So I was reading about persistence. So are you the one behind P-Stake at Persistence?
So from implementation side, I was only involved at the architectural level, mostly for like the protocol definition and for the architecture of the bridge. So उसमें मेरा contribution like was limited to just ideation and architecture and not directly through coding.
Right.
Very limited coding in the like bridge.
But like 2017 में you started अपने Cosmos ecosystem में. I remember वो time पे Cosmos ecosystem wasn't much. It wasn't very big. In fact, it wasn't very big until last year. I made my first video in 2018 on Cosmos, and or 2019. Though I was like blown away with how all these sovereign blockchains can start communicating, because interchain communication was one of the biggest problem until then. Now अभी तो चलो layer 2 आ गया, तो बहुत सारे layer 2 solutions हैं. But I guess that problem is still there, that if you're going to live in a multi-chain world, how are you going to communicate with each other? So the whole concept of IBC, it wasn't shipped back then. I think it was shipped back somewhere last, which पिछले साल में I think हुआ है. So that, first of all, you've had a fascinating journey. So आपने बोला कि January 2022 में you launched Assetmantle, right?
Correct. Yes, we like fully came out as a project, and have been working on it since then.
So, see, from my understanding, I'll tell you what is my understanding, and then you can elaborate. And for everyone who can, सबको समझ में आएगा कि Assetmantle basically है क्या. What I've understood कि Assetmantle is built for NFTs, okay, and right. It's also a sovereign blockchain. It's not like an OpenSea marketplace or Rarible or something like that, right? It's right. Something. It's a layer 1 where a lot of dApps, a lot of things can be built which is related to NFTs, right? So I guess सबके लिए एक easy कर दीजिए कि Assetmantle है क्या. First of all, it is built on Cosmos. No, it is not built on Cosmos, but it uses Cosmos SDK. It uses Tendermint consensus, right? So, but what is Assetmantle? Assetmantle क्या है?
Right. So Assetmantle क्या है, उसको define करने से पहले मैं Ethereum साइड पे थोड़ा सा discuss करना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि majority of the Web3 people are very much familiar with Ethereum and how it works. तो वहां से पैरेलल्स ड्रॉ करने में आसान होगा। सो इथेरियम पे लाइक जो टोकन्स होते हैं वो कैसे एक्सिस्ट करते हैं, दो टाइप के टोकन्स एक्सिस्ट करते हैं, राइट। सो एक है ईथर इटसेल्फ ऑन ऑन द चेन, जो नेटिव टोकन है, वो स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेवल पे एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है। स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेवल पे आपको नेटिव ईथर को रैप करना पड़ता है और डब्ल्यू ईथ बन के वो यूटिलाइज होता है स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर, ERC20 टोकन बन के, करेक्ट। और स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का जो, तो फिर दो लेयर्स है जहां पे ऑपरेशन होता है। एक जो है बेस नेटिव लेयर है, जो जहां ब्लॉकचेन एप्लीकेशन है, और उसके ऊपर जो है इथेरियम वर्चुअल मशीन, EVM है, जिसपे स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट चल रहा है। एंड उसमें दोनों के ऑपरेशंस आर नॉट लाइक वेरी मच लाइक, डू नॉट इंटरेक्ट विद ईच अदर वेरी मच। What's the problem, but what's the problem with this kind of solution? So what happens is कि जो chain है उसके ऊपर एक EVM चल रहा है, उसके ऊपर आपका smart contract चल रहा है, जिसकी वजह से there is a lot of extra processing that is going on there for this virtualization layer. And जो जितने भी NFTs हम लोग देखते हैं इथेरियम साइड पे, वो स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेवल पे चलते हैं, वो नेटिव लेवल पे नहीं है। जैसे इथेरियम नेटिव पे है और ERC20 पे भी है, वैसे NFT कोई भी नेटिव नहीं है। तो हमने जो चेन बनाई है वो नेटिवली NFTs को इम्प्लीमेंट करती है, वो स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेवल पे नहीं, ब्लॉकचेन के लेवल पे, ब्लॉकचेन के मॉड्यूल्स के लेवल पे NFTs को इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं। And that makes NFTs the first citizen of the chain itself. What does it do? What does it help with? It helps achieve like very less gas computations because it is working at a native level. हमारा TPS बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है, हमारा स्टोरेज NFT डेटा स्टोरेज जितना हम कर सकते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है, since it's a dedicated chain too. And on top of it, because of Cosmos, we are building on Cosmos, what can also happen is कि लेट्स से कि कोई NFT प्रोजेक्ट जो है हमारे चेन पे चल रहा है, इट्स अ मल्टी टेनेंट चेन, सो मल्टीपल मार्केट प्लेसेस कैन डिफाइन देयर like token schema and their decks on the chain and operate inside the silo, while at the same time interoperate with other marketplaces as well. So let's say कोई marketplace चल रहा है, उसके transactions बहुत high हो गए, या फिर उसके जो NFTs है उसकी वैल्यू चेन के टोकन के वैल्यू से ऊपर चले गए, जितने चेन का टोकन जितने सिक्योर कर रहे हैं, तो व्हाट दे कैन डू इज replicate the chain, make it like an asymmetric shard, and उस पूरे NFTs उस चेन पे ले जा सकते हैं। So जैसे बोर्ड 8 यार्ड क्लब ने किया, इथेरियम से निकाल के अपना खुद का चेन बना लिया। So what that allows for is like infinite horizontal scalability, कि दुनिया में चाहे कितने NFTs बन जाए, आपके लिए हमेशा एक लाइक स्केलेबल सोल्यूशन होगा जहां पे आप डिप्लॉय कर सकें, और जहां से आप दो मार्केट प्लेसेस, NFT मार्केट प्लेसेस के बीच में इंटरऑपरेट भी कर पाए। So this is the first differentiation, implementing the NFTs as the first citizens of the blockchain and not as smart contracts, and then horizontal scalability. The other things are interoperability aspect. अभी आपको इथेरियम पे मैं एक स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे अब एक NFT ड्रॉप कर दूं, you would not probably be able to find that NFT even if I drop it to your wallet, because you'll have to literally go to all the thousands of NFT smart contracts that have been deployed and give your address and query कि इसमें कोई बैलेंस है क्या मेरा। If I dropped it randomly, you will never even figure out कि आपको NFT मिला है। So this is very bad UX. आपको अलग से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऐड करना पड़ता है, आपको अलग से देखना पड़ता है कि कहाँ पे मेरा NFT है। बट क्योंकि हमारा ना ही इंटरफेस, मेटा डेटा भी स्टैंडर्डाइज है, all the NFT go inside one wallet. So it could be issued by one marketplace, it could be issued by another marketplace, it could be issued by a marketplace on another chain. And you can have all of your NFTs at a singular place in a singular wallet in a singular chain. So UX wise, that it helps a lot. Secondarily, क्योंकि metadata भी standardized है through the Inter NFT standard, आपका जो विजुअल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है उसको भी आप स्टैंडर्डाइज कर सकते हैं। सो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि जैसे आपके पास OpenSea पे एक NFT है और Rarible पे एक NFT है, क्या आप अपना OpenSea का NFT Rarible पे ले आ सकते हैं हालांकि आपका वॉलेट सेम है? नहीं ले आ सकते, क्योंकि विजुअल रिप्रेजेंटेशन नहीं आता वहां पे। क्यों? क्योंकि मेटा डेटा स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं है। ओपन रेयर को नहीं पता है कि OpenSea का, Rarible को नहीं पता है कि OpenSea का NFT कैसे दिखाना, और वाइस वर्सा। But अगर metadata standardized, then both of the web apps will know how to like display each other's NFT. So that again is a huge UX UX advantage. Apart from that, we have like Internet NFT standard allows for utilizes something called DIDs, distributed decentralized identifiers, W3C standard है. उसके थ्रू क्या कर सकते हैं कि अपने NFT को किसी भी चेन पे बेच सकते हैं, पर जो रेफरेंस है, जो मेन मेटा डेटा है, कैन एग्जिस्ट ऑन द original chain. So that eliminates the requirement of transferring the metadata to other chain for it to be the ownership to be able to be transferred to another chain. So again, that what it allows for is like hugely improved like integration capacity for these NFTs on applications on another chain. So in short, if I had to tell like 3 major points: native NFTs, interoperable through not only between marketplaces but also between chains and between UIs, right? Low gas fees, no code deployment for creators. So those will be the major differentiators.
Great points. So दो तीन चीजें I want to just clarify because I think it's too technical for me to understand. So क्योंकि if you know about, and let's keep this one short because हो सकता है इसमें ज़्यादा time लगे तो we'll not get into that because मेरे पास और भी question है. So for example, CryptoPunk, right? So people say that CryptoPunk, the metadata is on chain because a lot of guys in NFTs on Ethereum, they use IPFS, right? For storing the display of the NFT. Okay, the token is minted on Ethereum, but the front, whatever the data is you want to show, is on IPFS, but except CryptoPunk, right? And also, like for example, ERC 721, ERC 115, 1155, they are actually minted on Ethereum chain. So so would you like ERC? So would you not call them like native token? क्योंकि वो Ethereum chain.
No, so क्योंकि वो as a smart contract deployed, and the smart contract following the ERC 721 or ERC 1155 interface standard, they would still be called like contracts that are deployed on top of the.
They are contract.
Not as a first class citizen. Yes, you bring up a very good point कि differentiation between NFTs जिनका metadata off chain होता है versus on chain होता है. Definitely because of the huge increase in NFT craze over the last few years, people have not looked deeply into the technical soundness of some of the NFTs. So अगर आपका metadata off chain है, so it's next to buying like it's your NFT is next to a receipt of something that is off chain. It's not the real thing. So we have to be like, definitely like CryptoPunks are like a great example, but at Assetmantle also like we store all the metadata on chain, and yes, do we run into scalability issues? Yes, but at the same time we solve it by horizontal scaling through like replicating the chains as well. So
I think I have out of curiosity. So for example, अभी बोर्ड API BAYC इतने सारे इतना उनका मतलब visuals इतना भारी है. I'm sure it is not on chain. It is off chain, right?
It's off chain.
Imagine 100 Ethereum की NFT है, and it's just a token, right? It's just a token on it. Imagine कि वो उसका visual कुछ और हो. I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible that the whole display can,
right. You can render it in different ways. So मैं एक example देता हूँ आपको. जैसे जो हम लोग अपना ब्राउजर है जो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, वो कैसे चलता है कि आप एक आइडेंटिफायर देते हैं, आईडी देते हैं, and so let's think of every website as an NFT, ठीक है? For some web 2 NFTs. तो उसमें जो टोकन आइडेंटिफायर है वो URL है, www.google.com is the identifier. आपने वो डाला एक रिजॉल्वर के अंदर, रिजॉल्वर जो है वो एक डॉक्यूमेंट निकाल के लाया, द HTML डॉक्यूमेंट. अब आपके ब्राउजर को पता है कि वो HTML डॉक्यूमेंट को 2D में रेंडर करके कैसे दिखाना है, राइट? आपका ब्राउजर आपके सिस्टम में हो सकता है, कोई और ब्राउजर हो सकता है, कोई दूसरे डिवाइस में ब्राउजर चल रहा हो सकता है, लेकिन वो सारे के सारे एक ही तरीके से दिखाएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि वो वेबसाइट एज अ इमेज स्टोर्ड नहीं है, वो एज अ इंस्ट्रक्शन स्टोर्ड है जो रेंडर करते हैं एज अ 2D इमेज राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू इन द ब्राउजर. So similarly, like NFTs ideally should be defined like that. Ki you tell the characteristics of the NFT, and then the end resolver is the one that like shows the NFT. So like जैसे बोर्ड या क्लब का NFT में you should say कि hat is this, the glasses are these, and you store the data, and the like resolver itself will like create the image of that like uh,
Of
ape.
that character, huh?
Yeah, and it could vary. It could, so for example, the same website you view on your mobile versus on your laptop, it varies a little bit, right? And when you view it on Chrome versus you view it on Safari, thoda sa difference aata hai. So a little bit difference is allowable. Maybe do alag-alag resolvers thoda alag-alag dikhayenge, but yes, ideally it should be like that, or that's what our belief is.
Yeah, I think I mean it totally makes sense since क्योंकि NFT का craze आ गया फटाफट and Ethereum wasn't ready, but I strongly think that all the metadata should be on chain because that's how you truly can define an NFT. You know
Absolutely.
that yeah, this is how it is represented. Otherwise, things can be changed later on. I want to talk about क्योंकि Ethereum पे, as you know, Ethereum पे NFT इतना has grown so big, and then Solana is growing, correct?
Right.
I saw that of course Cosmos पे भी बहुत सारे NFTs are coming.
Right.
जो NFTs already existence हैं, can they be brought upon Cosmos and can they be accessed through Cosmos, or do you मतलब आप, and I know that that's not the philosophy of Cosmos. Cosmos is not a Ethereum killer like many
Right.
काफी लोग जितने भी chains आए थे like Ethereum killer, but not Cosmos, right? Cosmos like सबको साथ में लेके चलना है. जो existing top NFTs हैं वो लोग कैसे they will be able to utilize Assetmantle, because I know DYDX they moved to Cosmos, they wanted to build their own sovereign chain
Right.
but still be
Right.
able to serve Ethereum. So my
Right.
जो मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि existing जो Ethereum के NFTs हैं
Right.
वो लोग कैसे Assetmantle को utilize कर पाएंगे and they will be able to be a part of it, and it's not a in your view how it is a complement and not a competition.
Right. So like NFTs are in its current state a lot about like creative and art kind of scenarios, like not real world use cases. And some of the artists are getting a little bit concerned. We're getting a little bit concerned about the like consumption, the power consumption in POW based Ethereum it used to take in DPoS also. Like there's definitely the replication is done many more times for Ethereum than it is done for any Cosmos based chain. So maybe that, or maybe the gas wars that happen on Ethereum because it's one chain to rule them all of sorts. So sometimes there are gas wars and like people have to pay a lot of money, and which kind of sets the like bar for lower grade projects to enter, or general public to just come on board, and like it becomes a rich man's game rather than like a general scenario. So projects might want to look for other like architectures or other protocols that might enable some of the things for them. So Ethereum साइड पे इशू क्या है कि जो NFTs हैं उनका स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन है. It's not like this not standardized, but they are standardized only at the interface level. ERC 721 majority utilized, but जो metadata है वो standardized नहीं है. तो उसकी वजह से एक कोई प्रोटोकॉल बनाना जिसके थ्रू सारे NFTs like permissionlessly Ethereum से किसी और चेन पे आ पाए, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. It is very difficult to do that. What what is the other way to do it? So जैसे IBC में जब हम tokens भेजते हैं, they directly get sent from one end to another, right? So but if there were no IBC, then how would you send tokens? You like wrap them and send it over. So हाँ, wrapped format में क्या कहते हैं NFTs इधर से उधर भेज सकते हैं. Other way is what Bored Ape Yacht Club tried doing, which is take your whole smart contract, route all the metadata from Ethereum, and build your own chain where you implement these NFTs and in that chain's native format. So the question then distills down to this कि अगर किसी को ERC 721 NFT लाना है और उसको इंटर NFT स्टैंडर्ड में रिप्रेजेंट करना है, क्या वो कर सकते हैं? Absolutely they can. Is the reverse possible? क्या इंटर NFT के सारे NFTs को ERC 721 में रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं? That is difficult. That is not possible because there are a lot of capabilities that have been built in that cannot be done at the ERC 721. That the full functionality is not available. It just becomes restricted. So that transfer is possible. People can choose to make the shift and do it. Now, what will be the advantages? Of course, advantages अगर gas fees और वो सब हटा दे तो Assetmantle पे हमारा मानना है कि the creators or like people who are trying to build their marketplace, market front, they should know what they are good at, which is creating art, creating generative NFTs, etc. They should not have to worry about like smart contract कैसे deploy होता है, उसका fees कैसे pay करना है, उसके साथ interact करने के लिए front end कैसे बनाना है, front end implement कैसे होता है, कितनी बड़ी team चाहिए हमें. They should not have all of this information to do so, right? So at Assetmantle, we have implemented in such a way that to create your own storefront, not only from the blockchain perspective, but also from the front end perspective, you do not have to write any code. You just have to send transactions and you just have to do like a front end level modifications, drag and drop modifications, and you are ready with your marketplace, end-to-end marketplace, like like Shopify in many ways. If you wanted to like sell something and you do not know how to, you can either go to Amazon, which is like OpenSea, or you can go to Shopify and open your own storefront, right? So Assetmantle is more like tuned towards that kind of use case, multi-tenant marketplace. एक platform पे बहुत सारे marketplace operate कर रहे हैं, which are interoperable with each other without requiring any extra code by these marketplace creators. So it becomes damn easy for people to create. And since the gas fees is low, since the TPS is high, बहुत सारे formats of NFTs can be implemented, which general public might consume, which might not be that high in value, right? Tickets, event kit tickets. Now it's very expensive to do that on Ethereum and does not even make sense. But since it's very cheap to do so, the TPS is very high. You can have use cases, and you can now implement use cases like those. So that's how I think the interoperation from Ethereum or the transition from Ethereum is possible towards Cosmos.
Great. And मैं actually देख रहा था platform पे. So अभी platform is live. लोग क्या कर सकते हैं अभी जाके वहाँ पे Assetmantle पे?
So एक DevNet live है. DevNet पे full implementation of the protocol is there, and the Web3 implementation is there at devnet.assetmantle.1. At marketplace.assetmantle.1, we have the storefront live. उसमें अभी जाके आइडेंटिटी बना सकते हैं, यूजर नेम क्लेम कर सकते हैं, उसमें एड्रेसेस ऐड या सब्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं अपने आइडेंटिटी में, मैंटल टोकन सेंड कर सकते हैं और वाइट लिस्ट ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. इफ यू आर फ्रॉम द क्लाइंट एंड आपको कोई like you can go to a specific collection and ask for the whitelist link and join the whitelist. So these are the functionalities that are possible right now. In the next release, which is coming in 2 weeks, we will enable more functionalities like lazy mint, create collection, and buy in like lazy mint whitelist format. So those functionalities are like available through the storefront. At the blockchain end, we are waiting for the audit report to come in, and mid-October we will be deploying the whole like testnet wale modules on the mainnet in October mid, and then we will have the live mint, the chain mint going live.
That's great. So I think, yeah, I mean, बहुत कुछ cover करना possible नहीं होगा इस वीडियो में. So I think we are clear at the basic things that I wanted to know about Assetmantle, and I'm sure it will be helpful for others also. I also want to talk to you about the recent Cosmoverse जो अभी कोलंबिया में हो रहा था, मेडलिन में. Like
Right.
I was like closely observing. So we have like I usually keep it like short, try to keep it short because ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा cover कर सकें और लोगों So I think we have like 5 or 6 minutes, so let's cover that. What are your key takeaways from this ये जो Cosmo versus हुआ था? The one thing I'll tell you was that they were talking about Atom 2.0, which is talks about tokenomics of Atom. It makes it more deflationary, and then they will also talk about interchain security. वहाँ पे जो sovereign blockchains हैं, they will be securing each other in some way. Uh, can you just give us like a brief what do you think about this, or some major announcement, anything that you found exciting?
Yeah, so like definitely like Cosmos 2.0, Atom 2.0, the white paper redefinition, the second version coming out is like huge step forward, because through and through, although the Cosmos tech has been insane and some of the biggest chain out there have been built on the tech, including BNB, Smart Chain, including Polygon, including Terra. It's a lot of huge chains have been built out of the tech, but Atom itself, Cosmos Hub itself, has not captured people's imagination yet. And the reason for that is because it is like a plain chain with no like capabilities of like deploying smart contracts, and the token is just a token sitting there. So with the like Atom 2.0, there is like a huge utility which was missing towards the Atom that is coming into picture, which will, and yeah, so अब Atom का use case आएगा, Atom का value आएगा, and उसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि the whole ecosystem itself will like take off. People right now think कि अच्छा मुझे बनाना है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, मुझे बनाना है अपना प्रोजेक्ट, अपना वेब3 प्रोजेक्ट कहाँ बनाऊँ, इथेरियम पे बनाता हूँ, सब बना रहे हैं, right? No one even thinks about Cosmos as a viable alternative. Visibility नहीं है, although huge chains have been built on that, right? So I think that is the major thing that is gonna like come out and happen for Cosmos after this white paper declaration. Second takeaway from like looking at the event was uh, there were a lot of developers there. There were a lot of developers there, and not a lot of VCs there. Like the ratio was 1:10. So that itself tells a lot about like how early the ecosystem is, how like and what bias the ecosystem has. A lot of other projects like are building vaporware there, where like everyone is just like shilling the token or doing development and doing collaborations on top of collaborations, but not a lot of people are building, right? Here we see that there are a huge number of builders and not a lot of like people who are trying to sell what they're building, and that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But yeah, that's my like major takeaway from, and that's something that's very encouraging for me as well.
Absolutely, I agree with you, because Cosmos is one ecosystem where you don't find a hype. I mean, pura IBC ka shipment, like it's all been working very silently, and not even a single project even today tries to shield anything, right? None of these, which is awesome, I believe. I think maybe I want to ask you that so okay, quickly, we have like few minutes. Are you saying that these Binance chain and all these existing chain, uh, they will have to use Atom in some way after this?
So not right now, not right now. In fact, these chains have even decided not to actively. They have denied like connecting to
IBC.
Cosmos through IBC. Although it is very possible, Binance Smart Chain, like Polygon can easily do that because they're built on the same tech, right?
Correct.
But they wanted to create their own ecosystem, so they did not choose to do it. But now, when the ecosystem is growing, Polygon has now all of a sudden decided that they want to like get connected to the
IBC.
ecosystem. So I think that's when the like use case of Atom is going to come about, because Cosmos is going to be the hub of the IBC
Correct.
ecosystem. So वहाँ पे Atom का use cases और capability बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ने वाला है because of this coming about.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this, Deepanshu. This has been amazing. I think there's much more we could get into, but that will be very long. I want to keep it like 30-40 minutes ताकि लोग पूरा देख सकें और सुन सकें. So maybe we'll do it again once the Assetmantle is again, all the other features have been added, with you saying that it'll go live in October or something. Then we can plan one more. But thank you so much for doing this. Anything else that you want to share लोग कहाँ पे follow कर सकते हैं the project and you, anything that you want to share quickly?
Absolutely. So I would say the best place to have a look or follow the rabbit hole is through Twitter itself. At if you can search for Assetmantle and check out our page, and there is a Linktree link that links to all the major social media handles. One can also visit the website itself and check out our DevNet, mainnet and capabilities. If they want to look at the chain and the metrics, there is Explorer at explorer.assetmantle.one. And if they want to utilize a wallet, they can like install Kepler and head over to wallet.assetmantle.one. So yeah, I mean, and in the website itself, you can subscribe to the newsletter. There is a section where you can put in your email and like get subscribed to the newsletter. So I would recommend those would be the best way to like get in connection and start with your journey with Assetmantle.
Sure. और ये most of these links I'll put it in the description for Twitter and all. So basically, it's simple for you to just click and follow. Thank you so much, Deepanshu. It was awesome. I'm looking forward for another conversation whenever the product is in the second phase.
Absolutely, would love to join in then. And thank you for inviting. It was a lovely conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deepanshu. Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.